Welcome to Grown Man Mondays. Uh, we're gonna put a big shout out in. Get well soon. To the main man with the Gals of Podcast, the heartbeat, the light, the bull Vato. He's sick on Cinco de Mayo. You know, it was gonna be real amazing for the young man to get on and introduce his name as it's as we celebrate Cinco de Mayo for all the ones who celebrate the independence. Yeah,
For
they're
sure.
independent. You feel me? We're gonna
No
get that
doubt.
in, but we're gonna give them some time to come in. Of course, we got our very own Esco the disciple. He's in the building, y'all. Y'all give him a round of applause. It's always
What's
a pleasure.
happening?
Yeah,
What's happening, good people? What is good?
it's always a pleasure, brother. It's always a pleasure.
For sure. And I
Yeah,
apologize in advance, guys. Unfortunately, something wrong with my cam. I just got a new laptop and the cam is acting up. So I'm gonna get that together. Even when I did my show yesterday, it was kind of freezing a little bit. So my apologies in advance for y'all not being able to see my ugly face. It's probably for the best anyway. I'm in need of a shape up. So we go keep this thing pushing though.
yeah, but he did put his profile picture up there. Y'all check him out in that picture right there. He representing now. So don't let the smooth taste fool you. He might crack that joke now, but look at that picture right there, huh?
That was a poor attempt of being grown and sexy. That was a very poor attempt, but we do what we
Yeah.
do.
Yes, sir. This is Grown Man Mondays, y'all. This is what we
You
do.
already know.
Grown Man. Yeah, I'm gonna give y'all a good five. I like to say a good 5 minutes for everybody to get comfortable, settle in, as I share to who I need to share to, get everything pumping. Uh, if you got something that's on your mind in the chat, feel free to chat to put it in there, and we can discuss it. We have some
Absolutely.
topics, but it's always good that the people get their opinion in and then their voice and whatever they got on their chest.
Absolutely. We want to hear
So
from
how we
y'all,
doing?
man. So definitely drop something, whatever y'all feeling. We definitely want to hear from y'all.
Yes, it's a must. We read it. Might take us a while. Some of them, it'll be right in rhythm. Y'all know how we do it. We'll get to going and get to flowing.
Absolutely. How you feeling, brother? I know, April's a rough month for you. So how you feeling?
Yeah, man. Overall, man, I feel good. I feel real good because I have no choice but to feel good. What I mean by I have no choice but to feel good, see how I want mine to go is I'm going to use words that I want to happen because I already know when I look up and I picture a wall, I picture everything that I want on that wall. And everything
Mhm.
that I want on that wall, uh, I'm going to claim it right here and manifest it right here. And I'm going to pull it off the wall. That means your thoughts, people. That's what I'm trying to get at. Your thoughts. Okay, you got your thoughts. You arrange them up on the wall. You got to put it up there. You pick what you want, and you seal a deal with your mouth. You understand what I'm saying? If that's what y'all want to hear about manifestation, yeah. Praying also works because when you pray, you believing in it. See, when you're talking to somebody, you just talking to somebody. But when you pray, praying means you believe in what you saying. That's my example. You hear me, Esco?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I like the way you said that, man, because one of the things that's very important to me is prayer. This world is crazy, man. The world that we live in is crazy. There's a lot going on. And so that's like basically what grounds me, what keeps me humble, what keeps me sane is, praying. So I'm so glad that you mentioned that, man. And I'm glad to hear that, in spite of all that you got going on, I know April was a rough month for you, but the fact that you are standing tall and pushing forward anyhow, that's inspiring. That's encouraging for somebody who might be going through something. And they look at that man as like, you know, he's still keeping and pushing. Now I'm not saying that it's gonna always be easy when you're dealing with stuff that just had that mind frame, but I feel that just by you being an example of how to just keep going anyhow is
Yeah,
is, is definitely encouraging for somebody that might be looking at you and be like, well, if he can do it, so can I. So I appreciate you doing that and being forthcoming with that too, man. That's real important.
I appreciate that too as well. I always appreciate when real recognize real, and I ain't just saying that for no cliche or for no different groups of people. Like genuine people are really genuine to each other. Let me say that again for the people in the back. Genuine people are really genuine to each other. and they don't have to really physically meet because it's energy anyway. All it is energy. All we are is a representation of God. I mean, me and Esco, we're a representation of God. When you see us, you should see Christ. You should see God. You should see whatever it is that you believe in that make you the person that you are right now. The person that endures without panic. I don't know on the shot.
Absolutely.
And panic to endure and
Absolutely.
panic. You know what I'm saying? Ladies and gents, I'm here to tell y'all, and I know he is too. There's no fear mongering. We're not here to fear monger. Ain't no such thing as fear mongering because I just told y'all I like to put words that I want to use in perspective. I don't know what fear mongering is, but if warning comes before destruction was a person.
Okay, now, all right. I see what you're putting down there.
I told you I was gonna alley hoop you. You already know. I told you we've done this before.
Yeah, we did it. We haven't done it, but we've done it.
But we've done it. We've done it in the spiritual realm somewhere. And when iron sharpen iron, boy, ain't no good feeling like that. I can go to bed at night and have like I had the greatest conversation of all time with another brother who's just as sharp as I am. Because when you're not around sharp people, you start acting like, oh man.
Yeah, man. And that's why it's so important, man, that you gotta really that's why it's important, man, that you really gotta watch the company that you keep for that reason, man. It's so important to really be mindful and watch that because who you are around ultimately will influence you. Point blank, period. So even if that's why when people commit crimes, the people that are with them also go down as well. You might not have necessarily even known that someone's going to commit a crime, but because you were around them, automatically you're guilty by association. So why not be innocent by association? Why not surround yourself around people that are going to uplift you, that are going to build you up, as opposed to, letting you down or getting you in trouble? So it's really important to make sure that you mind the company that you keep, man, for that reason.
Hang around innocent. Well, hang around what you want to be. But on top of that, you attract who you are. I was waiting on them to finish and to make it all clean, but you attract who you are. So maybe you in front of somebody and you don't see yourself. And now the God that you serve has a sense of humor and you get to see yourself in that person. And one day it finally dawned on you, or what if it never dawned on you? I don't know what side of the spectrum you're on, but if you're on the team us, well, hey, okay, this was me. That's why I'm in this relationship right now, because this is exactly what I wanted. This is because it was me. Oh yeah, man, you got to call it out. You don't call it out, it's gonna keep blindsiding you. If you don't call it out, you got to call out the obvious.
Absolutely. But in the same token, man, and it's funny because the last status that I put up was you shouldn't throw stones if you live in a glass house. Don't try and call people out for stuff that, either A, you doing yourself or you have no knowledge of. So it's just, man, I've been thinking about that a lot lately. People have the hypocritical mind frame, like, because you were on Front Street, or because your, for lack of a better term, sin is actually it's visible, I can call you out on it. But what I'm doing behind closed doors, or I'm doing the same thing, I just haven't been caught. And people want to, point you out, but then fail to realize you might be doing something similar or what have you. So, I always say this, man. It's important for people to really mind the business that pays them. Mind the business that pays you.
Yes.
And if you do that, man, it's way less traffic when you staying in your own lane. Way less traffic. And I think this world will be a better place if people just kind of adhere to those principles. But unfortunately, that's not the case, and people go do what they go do. People gonna be people, but to each his own, man.
I'll put it in the chat, man. Mind your business. Mind your business.
Or mind the
Just
business.
because you can see it, don't mean
Yeah.
just because you seen it, don't mean that. I ain't telling you gonna be a false witness. We ain't saying you gonna be no false witness now.
Right.
But you know something that don't concern you. You know when that don't concern you. Get a step away. Warning comes before the start.
And I think it's human nature for people to be nosy anyway. Honestly, people want to be in the know. They want to know what's happening. They want to know what's going on. But
we got eyes and ears though.
Yeah.
So we ain't got no choice but to, you know what I'm saying? Like we don't have no choice but to be that. Now some people know the environment that they in, and they know, well, I'm not gonna abide by that rule. I already know I'm in an environment where there's gunshots every night. I'm not gonna go outside every time I hear a gunshot. You know what I mean? Like they know the environment that they're in. Some people don't know the environment that they're in. So, like I say, this is Grown Man Mondays, man. We do mental health checks as well. That was a mental health check that we just did, and we're here to talk about grown man issues. Like right there saying the caption, man. Got our names in there and everything. This is brought to you by Galson Podcast. We filling in right now. It's just me and Esco right now. Vato, he's under the weather right now. Y'all put him up for him. He get well soon. Yeah, he runs the organization.
Shout out to my boy, for sure.
Yeah, he gonna get well soon. I know he watching because I put it on his page like he here. So he probably is laughing right now, but he really can't laugh because you know when you see, when you laugh and you can't laugh because your chest gonna start hurting because you're gonna have to cough and everything. So you know how I know how it is. We get well, brother Vato.
For sure.
Man. My boy say Black Vato.
And take it light, brother. Don't be trying to do too much, man.
Don't try to hurry up and go back to work neither. Sit down somewhere.
Yeah,
that's probably what it is. Just sit down a little bit. You did good. You've been getting these awards. Sit your ass down somewhere. I'm just sit down. We got mind your business and sit your ass down somewhere.
Sit down somewhere. There you go.
That's what your parents tell you when you got on their nerves. They done cussed. You done made your parents cuss. Now sit your ass down now. When you didn't got one of them, it's time to sit down.
Yep, go and sit down. Sit down somewhere before I sit you down. Before you get sat down.
Okay, so Esco, I'm gonna remember I told you this stuff got to come to me. Okay, one of the things that I'm gonna bring to the attention is I want anybody in the chat or anybody right now, especially where y'all at, do y'all feel the effects of the tariffs? Are you seeing some of the ripple effects from the tariffs yet?
I really haven't, honestly. I guess because I kind of put myself in like a bubble. I'm not the kind of person. I'm not like a real big like online shopper and that sort of thing. Now, of course, everything is high these days. Like you just try to go buy a dozen eggs, you paying about $9 for 12 eggs. It's almost $1 per egg these days, almost. But I mean, as far as like feeling it, I can't say that I have as of yet. Maybe I'm oblivious to it, but I can't really say that I'm really feeling it for sure at the moment.
Okay. Me personally, I haven't felt it yet, but if I know ripple effects from throwing rocks at you know what I'm saying, at water and making them skip, give it to about the summertime. Give it to about summer. You know, when the prices get to going up and everything, because some of them, they out there, they fear mongering. They showing like lots where it's supposed to be busy with them containers, them shipment containers, but really it was already closed. So they try to make it seem like, you know what I'm saying, the effects is affecting right now. He said the tariffs, it wasn't gonna go right away, but it's coming. I'm telling y'all it's coming, is what I'm trying to say is. And on top of that, them blackouts that happen across the, you know what I'm saying, across the way. Them blackouts with them tariffs, you got to think about it. You know what I'm saying? When that stuff go up, what if that stuff go up, the tariffs happen and you start seeing effects, they don't have certain stuff on the shelves. Let's just put it to you like that. That's the best way I can kind of look at it. It's when something that we commonly use every day in our households and it's not on the shelves. What are we going to do as a people? What are you going to do as a community? What are you going to do Because first you got to be family, then it's community. If
Right.
we really want to talk about something, it's family, then community. So however you treat your family, that's how the community gonna come together. Y'all get where I'm going with this?
Yes, sir.
And I'm really looking at what if it could be some real twisted, because they expect us, if the grid was to fail, they expect us to be really chaotic. I expect chaos anyway. Let me just put that out there, y'all. I expect chaos anyway. But I also see that it's gonna be some people coming together that you ain't never gonna, that you haven't seen on a level that you would never think that it would get to that level. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's what I know. That's what I know. It's gonna be chaos. You're not gonna avoid chaos, but I believe it's gonna be more coming together than it would be chaos. They'll just show more chaos than coming together. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, because the chaos is more newsworthy. That's why when you look at the news, you don't typically see good stuff on the news. Every now and then you might see a good story, a feel good story, but you see more chaos. You see more, issues. So that what you're saying makes perfect sense. It's like you're gonna even though people probably will rally together and try to come together for a good cause, they're gonna highlight the negative aspects of it because that the negativity drives ratings and negativity gets eyeballs because again people not minding business that pays them. They're looking for more craziness to pay attention to or to follow as opposed to good feel good stories. So that makes perfect sense what you're saying, man. It really does.
Because when something get put, some would say when you put it on your heart, or some say when you put it on your mind, or some say God told me last night, or God gave me a word, or some say download. Like I say, I know words got power when you put power to them, and I just gave out different examples because it's people live in different ways. You know what I mean?
Right.
I just want to make sure I touch every angle and aspect because I just come universal with it. And the universal thing that I want to share with everybody on here is we got to know that some stuff going to happen that we have not seen in our lifetime. And how we going to prepare for that as we prepare for it now. And all it is saying that when it do happen, their voice will be like, such and such said it was going to happen. And such and such said this and such said that. And then when that's applied, get what I'm saying? When that's applied, because it's going to be applied. It's just like confirmation. You go out, Esco, you go out today, and you've been on your own ass. You understand what I'm saying? You've been evaluating yourself, self-evaluation. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm checking in. I'm checking myself good. I'm checking my shadow work. I'm checking all the stuff that I know about myself that I don't want nobody else to know about. And I'm going to talk about it. Some people are not comfortable talking about their shadow work, but you got to talk about that shadow work and you got to talk and confess it in front of somebody because that's what the good book said.
Yeah. You're absolutely right, man. I mean, one of my favorite Bible verses is examine thyself. And that's basically the same thing as shadow work, doing the work within yourself. That a lot of times is not pretty. It don't feel good because when you can is one thing for somebody to call you out on your mess. But when you can call yourself out on your mess,
yeah.
Like and really like be honest with yourself, be like, man, I'm not doing so good, or I'm not I'm not where I need to be. It has to get ugly before it gets better. It has to. And doing that shadow work and like really examining yourself and looking deep within yourself and really identifying your flaws and what you need to do to get better. Ooh, it's an ugly process, man, but it's so fulfilling when you come on the other side of that thing. So I definitely encourage any and everybody to definitely take the time to do self-work and self-reflection as often as you see fit. Yeah.
Detox. Get that spiritual detox.
Yeah.
Yeah, get that spiritual. We'll run into somebody that'll tell us the right herbs and spices, and then we'll get them on the show. They can give us the correct medicines. But right now, we're going to give you some of this soft soul, spirited knowledge and wisdom. that you can use. I call it dropping nuggets because every time you hear me on the microphone, I'm gonna drop some nuggets. I'm gonna give you laughter. I'm gonna give you seriousness. I'm gonna give you raw, uncut. But most of all, I'm gonna give you that nugget. I gotta give it to you every time. I want the algorithm to pick up when you're dropping off nuggets on your bad day. When you go somewhere and you ain't having your best day and you're not feeling good inside or eternally, and you still go somewhere to make somebody else's inside, their internal, light up. You understand what I'm saying? Light it up. All the light bearers should type 9 in the chat. Not because I said type 9 in the chat, but put them 9s in the chat because you're a light bearer, period. You know that when you come around, the scene has changed and you setting trends. Them 9s in there, I need to see them. I need to see them. That's just like when you're in the church and they say, tell your neighbor, huh? Tell your neighbor to put them 9s in that chat. Let's get that algorithm popping with them 9s in the chat, man.
Yes, sir. Drop them in.
Yeah, drop them 9s in the chat. Y'all know 9 is a good number too. Yeah. We can get to numerology. We can do all that. But right now we're gonna worry about the tariffs and them blackouts. Because I don't think I think they still in the dark. Or did they repair it? I don't know. They could tell us anything. That's one thing.
But you know what they say though, my brother? What's done in the dark eventually got to come to the light.
Got to come to the light. Them people was on there. They was on that bus. You seen it? They was on that bus, whatever they was, and the light, they all had to get off, and they just stuck right there. Oh, that's weird. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, what else you got for the people today?
We was on Shannon Sharp, and we was on Shannon Sharp last week. I wanna sharpen up on Sharp. It's just getting outrageous now. See, when things get outrageous to me, it just seems like a plan to take down power. Plan to take down power. What I mean, plan to take down power. Look, women, I am not giving this man a free pass. Because if he did it, just like Esco said, it's going to come out in the light. But I'm not concentrating on right now if he did it or not. I'm concentrating on this man could move mountains with his message. And I know the way that he was raised by his grandma because he talked about his grandparents a lot. Him growing up. And I know he got that in him. That's what's really, that's what's tickling my spirit right now. Like, he could influence like Pac had. I ain't saying he had an influence like Pac, but every time that man dropped the podcast and his ratings went up, you know how much power he had. Then they got to come down on him. You understand what I'm saying? Just like anybody, they got to come down on you when you passing that knowledge. So don't be afraid if you the light bearer or you the knowledge one dropping gems. Don't be afraid when you feel like people are antagonize you or against you or because they supposed to. Hello?
Come on, somebody.
They supposed to.
Right.
That uncomfortable stuff that you don't want happening to you, that's supposed to happen to you. So don't say, why is it happening to me?
To whom much is given, much is required, man. So
just take it. Just take it.
So, you know, my take on that is, you know, what you're saying, I believe it too. Anytime that somebody is being elevated to a higher level, you got to know that there is going to be some turbulence on the way up. That's why when a plane takes off and it goes up, it's a little bumpy on the way up because you got to fight through some things. See, when people are standing still, there's no movement, so therefore there's no turbulence. When you are comfortable and when you are just staying with, you know, where you're comfortable at, it's always going to be easy.
Yeah.
But as you elevate, that's when you're going to see, that's when the hate is going to come. That's when people are going to, you know, try to knock you down off your high horse, for lack of a better term. That's why, man, honestly, when you are in those positions, man, it is so important to make sure that you are right within yourself. You got to be right within yourself, man, because the attacks are going to be plentiful. Because, you know, one of the sayings that I love is that You should never be upset when people do their jobs. What is the job of a hater? To hate. So why would we be upset or surprised when they are doing their job?
Especially on who it is that's hating on you. Like you didn't know that they was gonna hate on you. Like you didn't smell it.
Like, come on now.
You knew it was coming. You can tell by the first day. Let's just take you got a new job. You walked in at the new job. You already up there, go one right there.
It's not hard, man.
Oh man.
It's not hard to recognize what happens, anytime, like you said, people, let's say you work in an office. Just let's throw out a round number, an office of like 50 people.
Okay.
10 of those people are interviewing for a higher position. And let's say they only take 2. You automatically know the other 8, and I've said that purposely, the other 8 are going to hate. Whether they do it openly or they do it internally, there is going to be some level of hate. And then you got the other people that are watching like, oh, he think he better than us because he X, Y, and Z. It just comes with the territory, man. Anytime that you elevate, you have to be prepared to be hated on.
Successful people. Hello, successful people. I know achievements, Mr. Achievement, Mr. Achievement. I know we on here. I know if we could combine all the awards that we ever had, if everybody that's on right now, the people that's watching, and the 2 hosts that's included, all the achievements, boy, it'd be a hell of an award ceremony.
It would be.
But look what we had to go through to get it.
Yeah.
We got stories for days. We can just sit here and just give it to them.
And for all the awards and accolades that people get, you got to think 10 times that amount you're gonna have hate. But nevertheless, man, elevate anyhow. That's what I want to say. Don't allow a hater to stop you from shining. Because at the end of the day, what happens when it's cloudy outside? The sun is still shining, just whatever something is obstructing it. You're still going to shine regardless.
Yeah.
Don't allow anyone's hate or don't allow anyone's disdain or the fact that they're not comfortable with themselves to stop you and stop your shine. Shine anyway. Elevate anyhow. That's my thoughts on that.
You're gonna miss the mark sometimes.
Yeah.
Okay. I waited till you finish so I could, you're gonna miss the mark sometimes. Okay. We're not gonna hit it all the time. But they'll be talking about us and we hit it all the time. They'll be calling us Jesus now. They'll say sweet like Jesus. I want to be. That's a song that Zero was singing that he want to be like Jesus. I don't think y'all remember that song. That was old. Zero sung it too now. That's a Houston native.
You gotta be of a certain age to recognize that kind of stuff, brother.
Yeah.
Age a little bit now.
Yeah. I want to be now. Be perfect now. So I know I'm a Virgo and I am a perfectionist, but my perfection is not perfect.
That's why we vibe, brother. I'm a Virgo too.
Yeah. That's of course.
Yeah. That's why we vibe.
Yeah, because we're on the same mission.
real neck and recognize real, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah. That's why we shine like that. That's why that's why them 9s is in there with them 9s.
Mm-hmm. See a couple 9s in the chat.
Yeah. We got 9 viewers too.
Okay.
Well,
shout out to the 9 viewers that's tapping in.
Y'all make this thing work and spin. Work and spin. So yeah, we done covered 2 things, man. We can jump to sports real quick. It's been interesting. I'll tell you, it's been interesting. I watched Indiana play the other day. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to tell y'all know me. Okay, so come on, story time. Story time is come see about me. So I don't watch no teams from the East. Okay? I don't watch them until the end. Because I know the West. I'm considered the West because I'm with a Rocket. I'm in Texas. Rockets, Dallas, Spurs. but I'll go
Okay.
Rockets over Dallas and San Antonio any day. Okay. And I watched Indiana play Cleveland. I thought that was going to be a boring basketball game, y'all. And it shocked me because that game was not boring at all. So I had to tell myself, sometimes you got to step outside your little box.
What, man?
Yeah, man, step outside your little box. It's going to be okay. And so I gave Indiana a shout out. I say, go Pacers. I can't see that I'm uttering this, but they looked pretty good yesterday. That Halliburton, I call him Halle Berry. Hallenborough. That's what I call him. Hallenborough. That boy there, man. They say he was overrated. I think everybody that said he was overrated need to cut out their tongue. That man,
that boy balling. And I'm not me being a Knicks fan, I can't stand the Pacers.
Y'all still in there. Y'all still in, and y'all okay. And then see, Boston ain't as strong. Boston not as strong as they was last year.
Yeah.
And y'all got a big man. Y'all got Cat.
We got two big men, and hopefully they both stay healthy. That's always been an issue for us, man. Like when it gets to this time of year, stuff start breaking down, an ankle or a knee or elbow or something. That's usually what happens, man.
Just tell Anthony Cat Williams. Just tell Anthony. What I want to say Anthony Edwards. I'm thinking about Minnesota as. I'm trying to say Cat. That's what I'm trying to say. Just tell him to score some points. Okay? Could you tell him that for me? That's your team. And I need you to tell your teammate, your player, I need you to score some points. For the big man. I played college ball. I was a big man. I was a post. So I'm gonna need him to stick his chest out and give him 40 every game.
Yeah, I mean he's big enough, man. He got a jumper. But you ain't almost 7 feet for nothing, man.
Yeah, just bang. Yeah, little old Porzingis? Stop it. Torch Porzingis. Barbecue chicken.
All day.
Barbecue chicken.
And
then y'all got Brunson.
But he's slender. He's slim a little bit. He put on a little bit more weight now. But yeah. Let me see what's going on with this game right now.
Yeah, and your boy DiVincenzo, he mad at y'all. DiVincenzo, he mad at y'all.
Well, he'd be all right. He'll get over it. I mean, I like what he did for us when he was there, but
yeah,
that's the business.
That's the business. He going fishing now.
Yeah. But them boys up there in Minnesota, they doing their thing now.
Yes, they are. I thought at first it was not an equal trade because Randall gonna get you 8 to 10, good 8 to 10, and if he own, but he ain't on all the time.
That's the problem. And he another one too. He a thickums too. He got some meat on him. Pause. But he's a big dude. Like I've seen him in person. Like he's like broad. Why are you out there shooting threes all day, man? Get down in the post.
He's strong.
Drop that, bang on people. Like, I don't understand, man. I don't get it.
Oh, here you go. I'm supposed to find this video. One video. Now, all right. So this is what I'm gonna do. Because I'm gonna play the 6 minute and 34-second one first.
Okay.
And then we're gonna react to it. So let me put it up right now. And audience, y'all bear with me because I ain't paying, not right now, but I'm not paying to cut these commercials out. So if a commercial come on, I don't have food stamp internet no more neither. I upgraded my internet anyway. For all the people that said my stuff sounds like mosquitoes. Just throw that in there. You hear me, Vato? I know you hear me, Vato. Yeah,
he probably laughing.
I got the real internet now. I know he is. I got the real internet right now. So let me boot this up real quick. Let's share the screen. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. All right, they can see it. I'm doing a good job.
Okay.
We're on theater mode and hit play.
Straight over the ice wall. And you're going to pass a little island. And this island glow. They call the island of Abraxas. Because I got to tell people something. And then for the first time on Real Street Stars in America, I'm going to tell everybody God's real name. Real life.
It ain't real life. Real life street stars. You know what time it is.
You know, I watched the freestyle with you in it the other day. It's going viral.
Come on, gang.
Some bars on there.
All right, before I play that, if everybody not familiar, this is 607 Now he got some views on some stuff. It could be far-fetched for somebody. It could not be far-fetched from somebody. But at the same time, it's still intriguing. It's going to pull you in. And I want us to react to this after we watch that. But his name is 607 If y'all don't recognize him. For the ones who do, then you already know what I'm talking about. But let's go.
Yeah, I nearly took my music and I don't want to rap no more until I get my 50 million. Right, but I get my 50 million, I'll do a rap for you, gang. But that was old. Right? I was a killer back then. I was they called me Grave Digger Quiz back then.
Okay.
I killed a lot of people. Right? I killed my first cousin and my second.
Where do you think their spirits go when they die?
You want to talk about death?
Yeah.
Oh, good. Because you already dead. There are a lot of people don't know. Hold on, mama. Listen, let me tell you. Remember Jesus 30 days and 30 nights? And you remember the Buddha's 49 days? They was kind of like explaining to you what happened when you die. But I'm going to tell you right now, you're already dead. But I'm going to tell you how you got stuck in that body. Right? When you died, right, you had like crazy vision. I know I died if I died. So when you died, you had crazy vision. You saw forward, backwards, and side to side. And so you saw a light. And when you saw this white light, you got scared and you tried to run from it, but it was you. And when you ran from it, you kind of like slipped back into another body and got back reincarnated. I was going, mama, because you didn't, you didn't, what's that word? What's that fucking word? You didn't, what's that word? Come on, talk to me now. Talk to me, tell me the word. Oh, you didn't enlighten. Yeah, that's the word. Yeah, you didn't enlighten. I got to get my download because y'all know I'm not smart. But when you don't enlighten, you can't go to the next universe. You kind of like stuck on Earth. And you an Earthling. I'm not an Earthling. I'm not stuck here because like the firmament can't hold me. But it held Tupac. Thug love.
You know, we recently interviewed the Maverick Approach and Big Homie, and we were discussing the firmament and how
yeah, it's real. It's real. The firmament real.
What we were also discussing is aliens and them already being
alien spirits.
Aliens are spirits.
They like a lot of people don't know this though, right? Let me tell you how it works, right? So the Earth is flat, right? And when you go to Antarctica, it's an ice wall, right? And everybody go like up, and they look for the other places. But if you want to find the Anunnakis and stuff, I know where they stay. So you got to go straight over the ice wall, and you're going to pass a little island in the globe of Abraxas. But I'm going to tell you about it, right? Because I got to do something. And then for the first time on Real Street Stars in America, I'm going to tell everybody God's real name. Because the red moon came, and now we at war with the fake God of earth. We got to kill him. No, God's real name was the brother. That's his wife, Sophia. And then Jesus, their son. So that's the 3 years that the church got to praying to, and everybody was confused. But I just put it together so they know. So it's 3. It's Abraxas, it's Sophia, and it's Jesus. That's the Holy Trinity the church talk about. But they ain't gonna give you all the power. But the power is in Abraxas. But anyway, so when you die, we talking about death. But when you die, attachments keep you stuck on earth, right? So they keep showing you your mama and your kids, and you think them your mama and your kids, but the whole time it's just attachment, and you kind of like get stuck in another body. But before you like wake back up, they wipe your memory, and they kind of like do it with the cycle. Like it happens like when you go to kindergarten, when you go in that classroom, they take your memory, and then you forget, and then you stuck, and then you can't get out, and then the fake God wins, because you know he had a war with the fake God.
It was the fake God.
The God everybody pray to, the God of the Bible, he fake. He psycho. He backdoor. He got locked in a firmament, and then he run around trying to lock us in too and say, ain't no other God but me. Listen, I'm going to tell you this, right? If somebody told me, be good, I'll be good. But if he told me, be good, I'm going to burn you, bitch, burn me then. Stop playing with me, burn me. I ain't scared of you. But you tell me to have no fear, but you going to burn me? So why I'm going to listen to you? But when you're a kid, they can tell you that because you ain't going to make it make sense. But even in the book of Genesis, the first book, God said, let us make man in his image. Who the fuck was he talking to then? At the church, they gonna say he was talking to himself. They crazy. They was talking to all the rest of the spirits to make sure that they made man in their image, not in the image of God, not in the Abraxas, not in the image of Abraxas, in the image of God and the devil, the fake God. I know you look like that. You don't believe me. Hallelujah, then.
Nah,
you don't believe me. Hallelujah.
I just be wondering where you get all your information.
I get it from God. I get it. Listen, gang, I'm not smart. I'm dumb. Right? So I get it from God. Right? All the information I get from God. Pause.
So,
Wow.
Where do y'all want to start? Where do y'all want to start?
Let me take a look at some of these comments.
That I did not hear.
What you didn't hear?
Yeah. Nah, just the Abraxas. I never heard. I heard of Sophia, but I haven't heard of Abraxas. I heard of Sophia. Sophia is supposed to be Mother Earth.
Right.
And I heard that. And I heard that she's asleep, but she's awakening now. Okay. So I heard the Sophia part. But the Abraxas, that was a new one to me.
That was definitely new.
At the end. Yeah, it was definitely new. At the end, when he was like, God told me, I was laughing because I don't see the difference between when somebody say God told him to versus when he said it. Now, did he have some antics? Yes. But if you're a content creator, you have to have antics to get people attention. Am I correct?
It's about what kind of attention you want, but yeah, I can see a point there. you gotta attract people. I don't know if antics is the right word, but you gotta, whenever you're doing content creation, you gotta, whatever you say, it has to resonate with people in some way, shape, or form. Some people choose to do it by the antics or the colorful stuff, and some people just come with straight just being real. If what you're saying appeals to people, you don't necessarily have to do it with the antics, but he definitely is getting he's probably getting views because of his antics. Let's make no mistake about it.
Yes. But it's some real good protein in what that young man be saying. Because all you got to do is just go research this stuff yourself for your own self. He said he said something that got me to when we was little, we couldn't say nothing. And I'm thinking about when I was in church when you were little, you couldn't say nothing.
Nope, because whatever the elders said, that was law, pretty much.
Yeah.
But this generation don't know nothing about that.
I feel with today's mental health and everything, I feel some type of way about that. With today's mental health, not yesterday's mental health, today's mental health, I feel something ain't that's feeding you something you don't want to eat.
Right. And when you don't want to eat it, see, you know, when you and I were coming up, it was like you either eat what I give you or you go to bed hungry.
Or you starve.
Now it's like,
and
you know, it's a variety of choices.
Yeah. And we still wanted to be like them.
Yeah.
For the ones who did, because I know I wanted to. When I saw the preacher, even when I saw the preacher. When I was young, I said I could do what he doing. When I was young, I said I can do what he doing. And when I was young, I didn't mean, you know what I'm saying. I didn't understand what I was really saying. Like I can do what he doing. You know what I'm saying. Until you get there, you know. I was always told by my father that I would be the one on some old Neo shit, and I didn't. Not me, the one. I don't want to be the one. I just want to play basketball. Yeah. I've seen not too many good things happen to the one. Hello, I can laugh today. See, I don't know in the shop, man.
Because you know when you the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, it's coming for you.
Yeah.
So
coming for your shot all the time.
Yeah.
And then there's a lot of number ones that ain't in position to be number one.
Oh, you saying something there, brother?
Yeah, they're not in position to be number one, but they got to be number one to bring the real number one into position.
Yeah. You're saying something.
So again, there's no right and wrong in my world. There's no right and wrong because whatever I did, it was outcome, and every outcome made me who I am today. And those outcomes was pretty good then because I'm in real good shape. I'm in real good shape. What I mean by real good shape, I know who I am and what I stand for. I know what I believe in, and I don't have to convince nobody to, you know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to convert nobody into what I believe or none of that, you know. Just get in there, have friendly conversations and, you know, laugh about it. Don't get serious about it, you know. Just like we can't get serious on how 607 present his information. Even though he was like, what's their word? What's their word? Come on, give me their word. No, I don't think we're going to do that in public. I don't think we're going to do that. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a damn how in tune you is with the universe. I'm not going to be in public. So, what's the word? Huh? I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. Now, I do it on the internet just to be fooling around. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't going to do that in real life. Mm-hmm. But again, after he did that shit, the shit he said made sense. It was killer. Just drop that. Just drop it, and y'all put it really in if you want to. I really want to ask. Go ahead.
I was going to say that it's definitely thought provoking. I'll say that. I'll go that far. Say it's thought provoking, but at the same time, man, you know, don't ever. And this is just for anything. Don't ever take anyone's word for anything. Do your own research and draw your own conclusions, you know, because if people believe any and everything, you know, I can tell you the sky is black. I can tell you the sky is purple, you know, but go outside and look for yourself and confirm that for yourself. It might be purple in my eyes because of the way that I perceive it to be.
It might be blue in the other ones.
But it could be, you know, like hot pink, you know. It's just all a matter of perception and how you choose to view things. So what I would say to that or anybody really, draw your own conclusions, man. Do your own research. Don't ever take anybody's word for for pretty much anything. Do your own research and come up with
Just because you're group hopping. That's what he's saying. Just because you're
Right.
group hopping don't mean you just got to doggone go along with the go along.
that's right.
Yeah, don't go
That's
along
right.
with the go along because you're group hopping. All the group hoppers out there, stand on your 10 and stand on it.
Yep.
Because if you believe that he wasn't, and I'm talking about the same content, because he said, my favorite verse when he say, "Let us make man in our image."
In our own image, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. in our own image. He didn't say in my own image. And they could take it out and put it back in and take it back out. Because through the grapevine, I did, and allegedly, I'm gonna say allegedly, but they said they didn't gave the Bible to Disney, and another like film group. I'm like, oh man, really?
I think I remember hearing about
not
that.
Disney.
Yeah.
Disney got a hold to it. What Disney got to do? See, that's the fact that stuff was taken away and taken out, and all you got to do is come back and read it again as an adult. Because one thing about it, if you was in the church when you was little, you got the basics. I'm sorry, I don't care if you haven't went to church after you was 9 years old. Oh, you got the basics.
Yeah.
Can't nobody tell me they ain't got the basics. You got the basics. You heard the giant story, right? You heard Paul and Tassaw. Come on now, these are stories. Come on now, everybody didn't heard. Even if you didn't go to church, you still had to hear these stories.
Yeah. Yeah. You're absolutely right, man. You're right.
Somebody taught you that story.
Yeah, I would just go say, if you were exposed, you had some kind. If you went to church, you had some kind of exposure to it. Even whether you choose to apply it, there was some kind of exposure to the Word of God. At some point, if you went into church. Now, whether you apply it or whether you remember it or what have you, that's a different story. But there was some exposure.
They know what pray means.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what you choose to do with it is pretty much on you at that point.
Yeah. They know what prayer is. Goon know what prayer is.
Mm-hmm. I had somebody tell me like they had a relative that was like a real street dude, like he was in the streets heavy, doing what he does. But even before he went out into the streets, he prayed.
He would pray.
He was praying. Like he praying to protect him while he was doing dirt.
While he was doing dirt. And don't think that he wasn't being protected.
Right. So
because he was doing dirt.
Like people, and I know this is kind of off of the subject a little bit, but it just made me think about that. It's you are never too far gone to come back. And when something is rooted in you, regardless of where you go or what have you, it's going to always be there, and you always have access to it. So I just thought that was interesting when I heard that. It was like, yeah, he used to go out, he used to, sell drugs, he used to, shoot people, and was a stick-up kid and all that. But he would take the time to and be serious about it and pray, like, protect me as I go and do this.
Yeah, you're gonna get cussed out.
Yeah. So it's just interesting.
About his God.
Yeah. So never think that you're too far gone to have that relationship, regardless of what you're doing. You can still have that relationship. That's why, when y'all first asked me to come on and you was like, we cursed a little bit. I'm like, okay, there's, that don't really bother me because, I grew up around people that curse. Some of the people that are closest to me curse. That to me, that doesn't define someone's relationship with God by the way that they speak. Because a relationship is personal. You don't know, what a relationship truly is just simply by what you see. because a relationship is not always going to be something that's going to be visible to the naked eye. So, you know, that's why things like that don't bother me, man. I don't, you know, again, as long as it's not, as long, you know, people express themselves in a way that they express themselves. As long as you aren't being disrespectful towards me, I'm cool with it. I'm cool with it.
Y'all heard it live. Y'all heard it live. He's speaking for me too. That's why I say y'all heard it on whatever coast that you own, on whatever side of the nation you own. You heard it live, right here on Grown Man Mondays.
That's right.
Right here on Grown Man Mondays.
That's
Again,
right.
this is where I give out. This is the part where I say, hey, look, man, I appreciate everybody that tuned in. I appreciate everybody that co-hosts. I appreciate everybody that tap in and watches. This is the time where gratitude is given and flowers are given. I shout out to my boy Vato for giving me inspiration to continue to do what I'm doing, because he be on my neck sometimes and he's like, okay, Reggie, you need the whole day. You need to have a book signing day. You understand? And I know I got to get out of the awe of. I just told my cousin today, my shout out to my cousin, Paris, Pete Carley. He's a chef. He's also a great father, a great young man, period. You know what I'm saying? And he was serving $2 tacos, man, and had some side of beans. Hey, off the chain, y'all. It ain't even Tuesday, but it was off the chain. But I was talking to him, and he told me, you know, I made his day by coming to see him and everything. That's my relative. And, you know, that's what we should do. You know, go speak to your relatives. Go support your relatives if they're doing something. And if y'all go to my page, y'all see I did a commercial right then and there with my sombrero on because it's Cinco de Mayo. But I told him, I said, look, I need to do a book signing. So I put in the link right there where you can purchase my book at. You type in that number right there that I have in Barnes & Noble. You can purchase the book for $9.99. Again, I'm gonna give half the proceeds. I'm gonna give half the proceeds away. I'm gonna let y'all know who I'm gonna give them away to, but I'm gonna give half the proceeds away. It's not gonna be all for me. I'm gonna give it to somebody. I'm gonna do something. You know what I'm saying? I ain't sounding no trumpet. I'm gonna just let you know when I do it. Period. Esco, you got anything you got to say?
Proud of you, brother, man. Like I said, you know, you snuck that one in there a couple weeks ago. Like, yeah, oh yeah, I'm a whole author. Like, wait, what? I didn't even know you was writing a book.
It snuck up on me though.
Yeah, like you snuck that one in there real lovely. But you know, it's one of the things that I always say, man, is that we really do have to give our brothers their flowers while they can smell them, man. We talked earlier. We talked earlier about how like the news will gravitate towards the negative things and the killing and all that. You'll see that a lot, but when dudes are doing good things, you don't hear that as much, man. So we definitely got to give this man his flowers for being a first-time author. I don't ever want to just glance over that. Like we really got to like give this man his flowers for even having the fortitude to even compose a book, let alone put it out. That honestly lit a fire under me because I've been sitting on a book that I have been working on for about 5 years. And that when I saw you drop that out the sky, I was like, oh man, I got to get on my game and get my joint finished too. So
that's how long it's been though, Esco. It's been 4 years. I was telling my cousin that today. The conversation I was having, I was telling the process. I would say, I been had the book. Like I could read it myself, but it wasn't published. So one day I was off. I was off work and something say, I heard a voice loud and clear say, check on your book. I hit the lady up. She said that book been out since September. And my cousin, you know, he made a joke. He was like, that's your own book. Yeah, I didn't even know my own book was out. September was the month I was born in, September the 19th. That was my birthday. And the book was done in September. Oh, man. But hey, when I found out. And then it was just as shocking to me than it is to the ones that's seeing it on the other end. Because I was like, I was so stuck on, you can buy this book at Barnes & Noble, type my name in the search bar, and the book pop up. That's what I'm on that, y'all. If y'all want to know where I'm at, that's where I'm at right now. Like, me, My Reginald Paul, that's my government name. Senior got a book that somebody can buy in their stores. All I'm hearing is the shit that they say I wasn't gonna be. That's the only thing I
Come
hear,
on
y'all.
now.
The shit that I wasn't gonna be.
Come on now.
Trouble always follow me or some shit. You know, yeah, I tried a lot of times to take my own self out. I tried a lot of times to destroy what the fuck. Come on, man. I'm out there selling drugs, everything, stealing all that shit, and I'm playing ball. I had a scholarship to play ball. I had a scholarship. My school was paid for before I went to college. This is how chosen I was, y'all. My school was being paid for before I was even in college. I went to a private school, and they was paying for me to go to school there just for me to play some ball. Ball got me 2 degrees. I got my 2 felonies after my 2 degrees. Beat myself up for years because I had them felonies when I had them degrees and I was teaching and I was athletic directing and I was doing shit for kids and teens that was changing their lives and got them felonies because I was experiencing life at the same time. Now I'm in front of y'all with a book that's called Don't Judge a Book by Its Cover for the motherfuckers who look at me with these teeth in my mouth, the way I talk, the way I present my shit, the way I walk, all that. And I got a book to tell you, nigga, stop looking at the fuck shit and look at the real shit. Nigga, peel that potato, nigga, and see why that shit got water in it.
Come on, brother.
You know water is very important. Stop playing, man. Like I'm just saying, man, I'm here and I know what I'm here for. And that's just to put light to somebody else that's in the darkness, bro. That's what I'm here for. I don't want to do nothing else. I don't want all the money. I don't want all the females. I don't want none of that shit. I just want to make sure the human being next to me that's been in this dark for a long time got some goddamn light for the rest of their life. Because I know that that's what I'm here for, because they'll let me know, and my downers of down hit me up and be like, boy, you remember when you told me such and such and such and such? Now I'm the here you go. This is for And I was like, this is right on time. I can go back and look at all that, you know. I can go back and look at this cover of this book. If I'm having a rough day, just go back and look at the cover of this book and go on about my business. You got to look at all the stuff that you done, that you done overcame, that was thrown at you, that wasn't thrown at you, some shit that you landed in, some shit that you made yourself to land in, and you still, because you didn't want to face the shit that you made yourself land in. You didn't, because you was trying to hide that shit, and you still had to face it, but you overcame that shit, and it made you better. When you thought it was going to take you out. You thought everybody was going to be against you, but they wasn't, because it was somebody else out there, because they said it was stuff that you've done. Everything that's been done has already been done. So what you waiting on doing it for? Let me say it again for the algorithm. Everything that's been done has already been done. So what are you waiting to do it for? What? What you waiting to do it for? It's already been done. It's already a blueprint. You just got to go look up the blueprint. And if you don't like the way that they did it, be the leader of your own restaurant or be the leader of your own and make your own rules. Because you'll find out there wasn't no such thing as rules in the first place. Rules was there to protect people who had shit.
That's good, brother. That's good, man. You know, and again, what I would just add to that is, you know, don't look at the packaging, but take a moment to actually see what's in it. I'm gonna sum it up just like that, because like you said, they see your grill, they see your swag or whatever, and they will look at, oh, this guy probably trying to rob me, but this man is an author.
Straight up, because I am 6'6", y'all. I am 6'6", 300 and 330 something pounds. I ain't no little person. I'm not no little person. I'm not.
So
yeah. So
like, this is like, I hope y'all are getting this, man. Like, this is an inspiration, man, right here, of what this man, like, the rise, the fall, and the rise again.
Yeah. I'll
Right,
heat
so-
myself up over
so-
them felonies, boy.
So, brother, take your flowers, accept your flowers, man. And I just say, man, just thank you for just being a inspiration, man. Thank you for doing, for not allowing your circumstances to consume you to the point where you could not come back from it. It's a true inspiration, man. So, like I said, man, I'm proud of you, man.
Thank you.
Hopefully, there's more on the way. Is lit a fire under me. I'm gonna try to get mine done before the end of the year. To get mine published, it's pretty much done. I just gotta kind of tweak things here and there, but yeah, man, that's all I got, man. Just keep doing you, continue to be an inspiration, and continue to prove to people that it ain't what it looked like. It's not what it looks like. And that's why we can't judge a book by its cover. That's the perfect title, man.
Yeah.
That's the perfect title.
I picked that 4 years ago. This is before I got licensed. No, this is before I got ordained. I got licensed first. I got licensed, and then I went to jail. When I got out of jail, that's when they can't make this up, y'all. That's when I got ordained. Won't he do it? Nah.
Won't not. Yeah, man. But if people so stuck on the packaging, they ain't taking time to open it up to see what's in the box. They might miss out on some jewels, man. So
detrimental.
So yeah, that's all I got,
and
brother.
You keep doing your thing too, because that's what you was on my radar. Because I'm reading. I'm like, hey man, this brother here is onto something. And every day it just got closer and closer. Now we're doing a podcast together because, I said something. Hey, bro. Hey, boy, you talking over there now?
Yeah,
you talking something.
And truth be told, like this he ain't putting on for y'all. Like this is real rap. Like this man been rocking with me for like years now. So that he ain't putting on just because, man. That's real talk, man. That's real.
You motivated me. You was putting him out there. Okay. I got to be consistent because he consistent. I got to be consistent. Then Vato came and was like, "Say, man, woo, woo." I said, "All right, y'all," because it's called running. They call it running. They call it running. So yeah, I'm glad we're here now. So it's been about that good hour.
Yes,
we
sir.
wrapped up everything we possibly did, and again, I appreciate it. I really do.
Yes, sir. Shout out to all the participants in the chat.
Yes, thank you.
Now,
get some of that right there.
That's it, man. Vato, get brother. Hope to see you back on next week.
Put some of that Vicks Vapor Rub on your feet. Put some purple onions in your sock and then roll the sock up. You're healed, baby. I know you think I'm playing, but I'm dead serious. I'm dead serious. All right, y'all. Appreciate it and see y'all next week.
God bless. Good night, brother.
Good night.
Tired of doing the same thing. Let's get this straight. I gotta say, we not have-nots. My time, don't waste. Tattoos, goatee, they don't mean a thing to me. You ain't no judge, so don't judge me. This is how I carry myself. They ain't teach me nothing. I don't know nothing. This is how I carry myself. They ain't teach me nothing. I don't know nothing else. Business, I take care of that there. Else it was spills, I don't like that there. No hustle, it's very sour. Mojo hustle, Austin Powers, bring it in by the hour. I ain't fucking with these grams. I distribute it. I ain't hustling for an outfit. She ain't my type, she ain't gonna fit. Majority of these niggas are counterfeit. Right, stay on top of it. Survived off these eggs and grits. Thankful, some ain't have shit. That's relevant. So I count a blessing. Pray more than less stressing. Heading in the right direction. Stand up